Both streams are go. All right, so this is the 5th and final day that I'm going to work on these exercises for Smells Like Teen Spirit, the intro. If you guys want to help support the channel, help us create more tabs, sheet music, drum tabs, however you guys want to call them, and more videos, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. $9.99 a month tells us and tells us what songs you want. You can tell us what songs you want, and we'll write the sheet music for you. If you look at our database of sheet music, we have over 350 titles, probably 500 at this point, and wide variety, and we kind of pride ourselves in just writing high-quality sheet music. So today, I'm working on an exercise. I've been working on Teen Spirit for the hot minute, came up with some exercises for it, and we're going to dive into them. So this is part 5, and depending on how today goes, actually, no matter what, I'm going to take a break from doing this and go back to the actual song and just see where I'm at. And probably come back to these exercises because I'd love to get these close to full speed. I don't know if I care about getting exactly full speed, but just getting better and better. What's up, Megatron? How's your Wednesday going? I had to remember what day it was. So yeah, part 5 of this. And like I said, maybe I'll push pause for a month and come back to these exercises later when I just, have a little bit more control of my foot and everything like that. All right, so we'll warm up with the 55 BPM, but I feel like I probably already have that tracked and happy with it. So this might just be a warm up. And I don't think we're going to listen to what we did yesterday yesterday. Just more keep it. And then when I get some time, I'll review it and see if I like anything out of it. And if I'm feeling really good about this tempo or the next tempo, maybe I'll redo them. So we got these eighth notes in this first exercise. And 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a. Now, already, I'm feeling better about how I'm approaching this via the last time I recorded. So I guess we'll just jump in and record. That was feeling better groove to it, less strain and over concentration going on. So we'll jump in and just do a record. Chances are it's gonna be better than what I had last time. All right, 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and. And a 3 and a 4 and. Little bit of endurance on that last one. Let's listen to the time. My warm-up was probably better. And that might just be like red light disease or whatever they call it, or red light, not fear. But all of a sudden when you press record, your brain goes, what? I have to record? I have to be good? And a 3 and a 4 and. So definitely need to do better than that. And have to sustain. So okay, let's do some more. 1 and 2 and 3. We'll do one more. Why not? Starting with these eighth notes really helped me get the groove down, though. 2 and 3. And then I fall apart. All right, we're going to use the one before that. And like I've said before, fine quantizing stuff for exercises. Would prefer not to do it when I'm recording for a band because it's cheating. Let's turn this mute off. I shouldn't say it's cheating. Cheating is just, you know, it's not advised. 2 and 3 and 4 and so some lag there. And then crap there. I'm sure there's a take in there that's pretty serviceable. If not, if worst case scenario, it's a good warm up to get to the next part. All right, so let's do exercise 2 again. No, let's change up. Let's go to this faster tempo. The 71. Actually, right before I went to go live, I kind of ran through 71 and I go, shit, that's still fast for me. So we'll do a couple 71. If it comes together, great. If not, I'm just gonna slow it down to 60. Like I said, this may end up not being a video I release. It may just be a video that I put some good time into. You know, 5 of these sessions, probably around an hour each, you know, usually a little bit under, but that's 5 hours on these exercises. It's going to pay off. All right. Let's just get these eighth notes down. So we'll start a track with just going 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E. See that? I can't. I also left that on. It's hard for me to hear that 16th note division in there. 1 E and so what we're probably going to do is just struggle through this a couple times, move to exercise 2, see what I can pull off at this tempo. Again, it's only 71. It's not that fast. It's 16th note kicks for me though. That's over my pay grade, as they like to say. And I can still play the actual beat around 100, probably 115, probably 105, 107. So, you know, even though these exercises might not be perfect at this point, it's still getting the goal accomplished of like, hey, practice these exercises, you will be able to play the beat. Even if these exercises never get to full speed. They should. They should, though. All right, 71, we'll do, yeah, struggle bus. 3 and 4 and... So I can tell you already it's better than yesterday. Doesn't say a ton. I mean, it actually felt like I was in time for a little bit there. 2 and 3. Then it didn't. Didn't after that. 4 and 1 E. Last one. We'll do a couple more. I don't think that last one's worth listening back to. Of it is just maintaining that speed. So a couple measures sounded good, which makes me feel like faster measures might actually help me. We'll find out. We'll try it. I know that the first time I tried 71, I couldn't comprehend where to put the 16th notes. I couldn't hear it in my head. All right, so 4 beats. 2. So a little bit everywhere, right? And these last two measures, I feel like so the last, before I fell off, that measure was mildly okay. All right, let's do another one. One E and a two. I had it for a second. One, two, three, four. We're gonna do one more. That tells you how I feel about that take. Now, there's some good things in there. I'm starting to get a good... I'm like, you're really watching somebody learn how to play drums. I know it sounds pretty obvious here, but the weird, sad thing is I taught for 12, 13, 14 years. Doesn't mean I was any good, right? So a lot of this is just me learning really, really, really how to play drums and to have some technique that I've never developed. There's some good and bad in this measure, or this... That was bad. There's some semblance of control. I won't say it's good. There's a semblance of it. So, all right. We're just not going to get lost in the weeds today, guys. We're going to move on, make these better. I was doing some guitar tracking today for my band, Lamech. Shameless plug. Check out our latest single. I think we released it like 6 months ago now at this point, but Higher Ground. Check it out. And one thing that I found in my tracking is I did 240. I call them big 50s now. I used to do 45 minutes. I do 50s now. I did 2 50-minute segments. And it's kind of like go through the track, review. Go through the track, review. Okay, that's your first time. Your second time through, you're just doing the same thing. You just start over. And guess what? You pick up a nuance that you didn't hear before because your ears got tired. Also, the 50 minutes helps without burning out your ears, so you're fresh tracking. But one thing that I learned is, if you're doing like 8 tracks or eight times through on a track, that's probably enough. Like nothing's going to change too much after 8. If it's grueling, just move on. Move on to the next one. Come back with fresh ears, or even just a 5 to 10 minute break from it. And just doing that, I feel like I got some decent for me first takes done on a new song. All right, so exercise number 2. Biggest thing for me is not rushing that offbeat 1E and 2E and. So actually, let's hear that. And I like to just record the first one because it gives me kind of like I don't know. When I see a track of mine that goes, I know it wasn't a take, so it just helps me kind of sort through it a little bit quicker. 2, 3, and 4, and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E. Here I like to rush that and 4 and 4. You kind of get lulled into 1E, 2E. All right, let me count all of that because I'll be a little bit more correct with my rhythm. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and. Don't speed up that last one. 1E and 2E and. Actually, let's hear that tempo. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and. See that last one, 4 and. Leave the space for it. was okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't terrible. So I'm stopping it because let me just hear how bad I'm rushing those eighth notes. Felt pretty good about the first two measures, like just really burying that click, which is my goal, especially with the flam. Makes it a little bit of a cheat to bury that, right? Because I got two hits that are going on one, or the downbeat. Let's hear what happens here. So I shouldn't say that great with the click. The first one was just gorgeous. You didn't hear a click at all. I can't hear it. Two was sloppy. 2 and 3 and that sounds nice. So again, part of my issues are like that sounded good, but it wasn't sustained. I didn't end the measure well, as I should say, not and. All right. Let's do it again. I do like how I'm now actively I'm doing this via my tempo for sure, but I'm also like speeding up and slowing down, like I'm trying to match the metronome. The metronome's correct. I am not in this instance. Or most instances I'm not correct, if you know me at all. All right, so good idea, rough idea of it. Let's try and tighten that up. Fell apart. And 2 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and some things about that definitely felt better. You guys are getting a deep dive on how picky I am. Now, again, part of it is because I've taught enough lessons and I've played in enough good bands, even though I'm okay, to know what is good and what isn't. I also know how far away I am from achieving it, and this is one of the steps that's going to help me get there, especially this feedback. Getting your feedback over and over again is brutal, but like if somebody told you over and over again, like, hey, that note's flat, that note is flat, that note is flat, you're gonna know that you're singing flat notes, right? You're gonna make that adjustment. The metronome tells me, hey, you're not in time, you're not burying that click. Fix it. So actually, I'm pretty happy with that, except for one. One was rushed, most likely. Then I say goodbye to timing. Let's take that click out a minute and just see if it has a good flow to it. Again, taking that click away, if you can take the click away and hear, you're kind of, I almost think of it as a breath, right? I'm speeding up and slowing down, a natural progression. I want to adhere as much as possible to the metronome. If I don't, I mean, like it's a growth opportunity. But like in our band, every once in a while the drums have a flow. As long as everyone else is following that rhythm to it, you're fine. You don't need to be perfectly aligned to a click. For these exercises, I want to, and I will quantize. So like someday if I actually get this video done and you come to the exercise and you're like, man, you recorded it and you were sloppy, but I listened to your exercise and you're perfectly in time. You're actually like just straight up and down. That's because I cheated. I made it perfectly in time, so it's easier for a student to learn and follow. All right, we're going to do... we're going to live with that one. We're going to move on. I could spend too much time on anything today. That's not even a bad attitude to have. Sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I'm bad. Let's move on. This is more like, I think I could probably make that work if I quantize it, and that's good enough for an exercise. So, and yeah, definitely need to do exercise 1 again, though. That one was actually garbage. All right, exercise number 3. For some reason, I really, really like this one. We're going 1 and 2 and 3. Let's try it. Let's hear tempo, actually. So to do that, let's turn metronome back on. So 1 and 2 and 3. 2 and 3. All right, let's try it. 1 and 2. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Be great to see the rest of that. 2 and 3. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and definitely not feeling as tight on that one as I did yesterday on that one at either the speed or slower. 4 and... I mean, for 1, just rushed the hell out of that. I did not hear that 8th note well. 4 and 1 and 2. Good. That sounds like garbage. 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and much like with that, which funny today that one feels good, the other one feels bad. It's hearing that space. 1 and 2 and 3 and it can't be. It's even though it's a 16th note, right? It still has room. It still has space that it has to belong in. 1 and 2, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and let's hear if the last 1 sounded good, close to good. Last maybe 2. Start. That's weird. Starting on that beat. Let's start. Very sloppy. There's one measure that was like close to not being terrible. And 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. The good thing is, like, we're going to have this idea practiced to death pretty soon. Three, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Did one extra one. Let's get a good count on this one. Can try to do a couple more. Yeah, that's tough for me. All right. Let's listen to the one. Nah, we're good. Let's do try to redeem exercise number 1 at this tempo, and then like the crazy part of me is like, well, 71 was terrible. We're gonna try it at 81. I'm not gonna try 95. I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb though. There's no reason to do it that way. All right, exercise 1. We're gonna try to tighten this up. We'll see. The idea of these exercises to help me, right? Hopefully help a student as well, but kind of like put this proof into practice. Do I get better by doing this? I mean, overall, yes. Will I get better right now is kind of the question. It's your tempo. 2E and a 3E and a 4. And so we got 1E and a 2. Yeah, feels good. Let's hear the tempo again. 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a. I gotta watch that 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So like it's there. Like let's listen to that one a minute. The idea can be found in my legs. It's not consistent. It'll only get consistent by practice though. Let's mute. Start. Right? I had one measure before I fell off the rails. But the good news is before it was not even a measure that tight. So no, not that measure is extremely tight, but it's the idea. I've always struggled with rhythm and upbeats, right? 1 E and 2 E and it very quickly becomes a slur. 1 E, our flam in and of its own right. There's not the distinction of the rhythm. We will get it. We will maybe get it. One and 2 and 3. There's probably like a measure again. That was fine. This might be a 4-bar loop for me. Let's do a measure before so we get context. It's clearly improving. It's just not happening that fast. You heard my speed up right there. All right, my guys. It's not great, but might be what we're capable of right now. So the other day I didn't even do the beat at 71, so we're going to try that. And then we're going to try faster tempos, and faster tempos might be a disaster. And that's okay. 71 was a disaster 2 days ago. You know, and part of this is like, this needs to be day 5 and done for a while, because otherwise you're just going to see me do 100 of these. And by the time I'm done, I'm going to be an expert at Sweet Child. Nope, not Sweet Child of Mine. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Also starts with an S. The goal is not to be an expert at this song. The goal is to get more comfortable with my kick, more not understanding, but just more consistency is something I really need. So these exercises are help bringing it out. But I should probably, you know, move to another song after this. Otherwise, I'll drive myself and probably everyone else crazy. All right, so putting it all together, we got that 1E. Now, I'll tell you right now, my same issue exists where I like to then rush these kicks a little bit. 1E and So actually, let's try to hear the tempo and then try to do a couple practices in time without a metronome, just trying to keep it consistent. 3 and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a. Might actually want to do that for a bit. Purposely trying to get this idea of like 1E and If I could do that, excuse me. If I could do that while the click is running, 1E and 2. That's a little fast. Well, okay, then I rushed it. You could tell that. If you have a lot of space, right, between that next 1E and a 2E and a, mine was 1E and a 2. I had a lot of time to get to my 2. 2E and a, we'll just try to jump in and play it. So just terrible rushing going on by me, probably not by anybody else. But again, unlike 2 or maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was 2 days ago, I'm hearing it now. I don't know if that's even the right way to say it. Like, here's my playing, or here's the click, and I can actively, you know, it's even though I'm playing at a faster tempo, I can hear. Right? The other day it was so fast for my brain I couldn't comprehend where I was sloppy. Now I'm like, okay, I can kind of like gradually get that groove and slow down those snares. So let's see if we can actively do that. We'll listen first. It's good to hear where you're at. So you heard how bad that first measure was. My brain even went, bro, alarm, alert, this is terrible. And then you kind of hear me slow down a little bit as I hug my water. Like, that measure is not terrible. And even the start of that measure right before I stopped it was good. So again, proof positive. Working on exercises. This is dumb to say. You guys don't need to hear me say, if you work on exercises, you'll get better. What's up, Isaiah? How's your day going, my guy? As you can see, I'm working on drums and struggling a little bit. Or practicing. I guess it is struggling for sure. But anytime you're learning a new concept, right? Like, it's going to take a while. Like, I like to dog on myself because I think it's the truth. Like, I'm not that good at this. It's funny. Teaching students for quite a few years. Better guitarist than I am a drummer, but I'd have people that think you're a really good guitarist because you teach lessons, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good at a couple things, but I also know where I'm really, really bad, and I choose to hide those things from you guys. So, not you guys, I stupidly do it all online, but anyway, so like a lot of students would be like, man, you can play 3 or 4 things really, really good. Here's some good songs. Heck yeah, man. No, that is my whole point. You struggle, you learn. You struggle, you learn. I'm working on doing some compilation videos of these all. Like, this is day 5, right? So, again, probably 5 hours. Put it together as a 5-hour, like, this is me struggling from start 1 to the end. It'd be good to have, like, the final product done, but that might not happen this time. All right, let's do some more. Get those flams tighter. and a 2E. 2E and a 3 and a 4 and... No, I'm struggling too much. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Like I said, I don't think 71, or I don't think anything faster than 71 makes any sense at all right now. So what did I have this take for? Yeah, that's, shit. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And then we can always like bring it down. Like I'd prefer like an 80, 81, you know. Quite often too, like I see that if I practice a song over and over again, I never, I guess that's the right way too. I don't need to get it up to 118, which is full speed for the song. If I get it to like 100, within 2 days, I pretty much have the song. So even with these exercises, you don't need to get these up to 118. It would be good. Like it's going to show up in another song at this tempo, so you might as well do it. All right, let's hear. This is going to be incomprehensible for me, and it'll be kind of funny. Oh my God. A 2E and a 3 and a 4 and... See? 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... Yep. So good to know. Good to know. That's fast. We're going to drop it by tens. Let's try 95. Let's try to find a tempo that we can mostly do. Or even like here. 94. 3 and a 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh man. 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? Should probably have that exercise up that we're playing, huh? Let's do that. All right, we're gonna record it. We're gonna listen. I don't think 90. Yeah, well, let's record it at 94. I'm gonna end up deleting it. Or dude, I might play it good. We'll find out. I played that offbeat right. 2E and a 3 and a 4 and... It's hard to hear. 1. All right, let's try again. No. All right, one more time. 3, 4. Funny thing, right? I can go. Let's hear our tempo again. 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that I can do in time. But to get every up strum, again, thinking of guitar, 1 E. They both have to be in flow. It's a good exercise. You know, that's my proof positive. It's a good exercise. All right. We're going to jump all the way to 80-ish. Let's try 81. 10 BPM faster than 71. My ambition is exercise 1, 2, 3, the beat. And then we're going to jump back to 71. And hopefully it's, you know, like the cake has been baked and we're ready to go and it'll be good. We're going to find out in 1 minute. Well, we're going to find out in like 25 minutes, actually. All right, let's hear 81. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Let's just get that. 1E. Like it just takes so much concentration. All right. I'm going to try a couple. let's listen. I felt like it was somewhat there. Oh! It wasn't. It wasn't somewhat there at all. My brain lied to me. All right, let's do it again. Really, I think I'm going to do one. Here's my problem. When I do this, I get into this groove of only thinking that my brain then, again, not what I meant to do. My brain only thinks of this. It doesn't think of the kicks at all. It doesn't know where they go. It can't hear it. Right? Like even when I try to put it in, it doesn't want eat. Ah, shoot a pickle. Let's try this. Let's hear the tempo again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and... My excuse for when I fall apart or my answer. That's good. If I can really just hear that. 1 and 2 and 1 eat. You again. The minute I introduce that kick, I fall apart. Sometimes it's that painful for me just to suck that bad. Just doing it live. All right, but here's what I'm thinking. It's getting better. I'll be really primed and prepped to go to those 71s and nail them, which really makes me want to do this all one more day. But all right, we're not even going to keep any of that. Just delete it all. Let's do exercise number 2. We're going to do the exact same thing. Try to keep them. If they're good, they might not be good. And we got this 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a... Two, 3, 4. Oh shit. All right, I got distracted, but it was coming together. 2. Same thing. You hear me start to play around with that timing and getting to the point where I'm comfortable enough to do that. I guess that's the difference that I'm looking for. I can comprehend the speed and I can play with it. It means it's we're getting there. We're getting the control and we're getting the speed. It's just going to take a bit. There I was able to pull back and adjust. Now I'm interested to listen to those. I think it's the middle 3 or the last 2. There was something in there that I kind of, again, I felt like I'm pulling back and trying to gain control of it and then say goodbye to metronome. So even that, Here's where I'm happy. Beat 2 and beat 3 of that measure, beat 3 and beat 4 sounded good, but it really did. It's the tightness I want. I started the measure like shit. The end was questionable. Nice. I'm pleased with that. It's not good, but I'm pleased with it. So same thing. We're not going to be picky. I'm actually going to keep that one. I might be able to make like 4 measures work out of that. Ideally, the goal down the road, and we might be talking a year. We might be talking a year down the road on all instruments where I can jump in, do a 4-measure segment and jump, or 6-measure segment and jump right out. It is never going to hurt me to practice these ideas and concepts over and over again like this. It is good practice all around. All right, exercise number 3. Here, tempo. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. So let's try it out. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 4 and 1. I'm trying not to rush. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2. See what I mean? It's that pra, pra. I'm trying not to flam it. At these, again, here's what would happen. If I tried to practice over and over again and I got up to 118, but I didn't spend this time, I know that if I'd analyzed my kick drums, you'd see all those 16th notes never being tight. By slowing it down to these tempos, I'm able to really, I can hear how that rhythm's supposed to sound and fight to get that actual tightness in my rhythm. An understanding, I guess that's a good way to say it. I'm trying to get an understanding of how that rhythm sounds and how to reproduce that all the time. And some of it's just developing technique, which we're doing live. All right. Yeah, let's listen. Listening's good. Won't hurt. Well, it's not the worst I've ever played. It's not a high bar, but it really wasn't terrible. It could definitely be tighter, though. Two and a 3 and a 4 and 1. That one has, if I would say it has the spirit I want, which is kind of true though. It did have the feel that I want. It felt easy to do. Now, was it good? It was probably okay. Like that one is the last 4 measures is probably livable. So let's run this exercise into the dirt and do one more, and it may get better. We might just go back and save that other one. And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and it's not getting better, but we'll try one more time. And a 3, and a 4, and we're moving on. All right. Let's try the full beat. And that'll be kind of like a good semblance of it all. And then, yeah, enough time to run through it at 71 again. And I know you guys have seen this. I've repeated it over and over again. Go 10 BPM under. It becomes an easy exercise all of a sudden. But only by doing this hard work, right? Of, spending an hour practicing it and rambling in between practicing. All right, here tempo. 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and 1 E. Sometimes that sounds really close to being correct. Sometimes the kick is struggling. Shit. Whoa, yeah, okay. You don't need to hear me ramble and say it one more time. 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and... That's going to be interesting. All right, we'll just record a couple. Two and a 3 and a 4 and... The good news is I'm rushing the shit out of it, which means like if I can calm down and just really hear where those beats are landing, I'll be fine. I'm playing it faster than I have to right now at 81. It's control. So let's try something. It's a good idea. Good idea. It just didn't happen. We're gonna try a couple more. This is my it's probably not the actual approach name, but it's my starting the lawnmower approach. We're like, and then you're off and playing. It's just kind of like tricking yourself through the motions. Also teaching yourself like 1E and 2E and Again, when I play by myself, it's so sloppy on that kick, especially on the second beat. Which is, again, 1000th time I'm going to say this, and I'll hopefully work on saying it less. You just need to practice. It's just going to take some time. So I'm just going to leave this record and we'll go again. So couple lawnmower starts, try to jump in. When I was so sloppy it wasn't worth playing anymore, I stopped, recalibrated. Just gonna do a couple more. Sorry guys, just gonna watch me struggle. My natural tendency is like, oh shit, I did 3, it sucks, I'm gonna stop. The reality is, like, if this is an actual practice, which it is, I would be doing this over and over and over again. So Might have to make an exercise that's just yeah, just some work has to be done. Now I'm happy that 81 is somewhat there. This is going to be painful, but we're just going to jump back to 71. We're going to do a couple on exercise 1. We're just going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 quick. We're not going to spend a lot of time. We're going to do 3 or 4. Not even going to warm up, just record and see if we can get something going. And like I said, take a little break from this. I'm going to do 2 more days of the actual song. Just kind of see if I pick up something that I didn't pick up before. Or maybe just working through these exercises will get me there. And then, yeah, take a break from the song. Pick something just a little bit easier for me. You know, like Escape the Pina Colada song. That's a joke. It's pretty hard. I don't know. It looks like everything's coming through loud and clear on my end. So it might be in your end there, Megatron. I know the playback might be a little quiet. 1, 1, 2. Nope, everything signal-wise looks like it's coming through. Check your end, my guy. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we got our... That seems beyond simplistic after everything else we just played. Better, especially the first 2, maybe 4 measures, but not great. Let's listen to that one. That one might be good. There was definitely some good in there. Again, from where I started today, 71 now feels nice, which means, literally means tomorrow if I do this, 91 is going to be stressful, 81 is going to be good. So I might just have to do one more day. Three and 4 and... Like there's not bad. And then, yeah, let's do one more. I was happy with that. I feel like, you know, a couple more, I might be able to get a little bit better. If not, I have one that I kind of like. So that's good. Shoot, that one started good and then got a little off the rails. Two. All right. Wasn't getting better. Again, might need to have more patience throughout. Let's listen to this one. I think it was that one that I thought had a good groove to it. It's really close to what I want. It's not there. There's probably 4 measures in there that I can make work if I want to. But I'm kind of feeling just like I'm going to do one more day in this because we're so close. We're so close. I feel like if I had this exercise at 100 BPM, I'd be pretty happy to hand it off as an actual, like, not a product. I don't like saying it that way, but it is. It's a video series, right? Like, hey, these 3 exercises will help you play the beginning of this. And I have so many, like, this is one of the songs that every kid comes in and requests right away. Oh, dude, this song rocks. Even if they don't know the name of it, quite often they don't. I'll play it for them. They're like, that sounds cool. I want to play that. All right, so let's do exercise 2. I'm blind, right? Oh, yeah, exercise 2 is right here. Let's hear the tempo. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a. Feel pretty good about that. Let's try it with click. Not bad. Can get a little tighter though. Again, excuse me. My voice might be fried. Had a good vocal practice this morning and 2 good guitar tracking sessions today. So today's I feel pretty good about it. And also made sure I did drums 2nd or 3rd or 4th technically because this kind of blows my ears out. I just need a long break after this. All right, so that one felt pretty okay. I don't think it was great with the click. I think it might be usable though. It had a good flow to it again. The exercise is becoming easier at 71. Shoot. Guys, I'll have to review after this one if the audio is bad. My apologies. Can you guys... Is everything still bad? I know my playback is quiet, so just let me know if it's the playback or even can you hear my voice? Give me some feedback and I'll adjust it, but I can watch the video after this stream and see what the issue is as well. There's always gremlins in the system, seems like. Let's listen to that one. Yeah, I could live with that one. It's tight enough. All right. Hopefully, even though the audio is bad, you guys can still kind of hear something. Even if it's bad audio, we'll figure out what the problem is. These lives are always interesting. It seems like I can get one thing working and 2 other things don't. And, you know, sometimes it's just a button that I missed pushing or pushed twice. So we're going to do our exercise number 3. Our 1 and a 2 and a 3. Let's hear that tempo. 2 and a 3 and a 4. All right, let's try it. 2 and a 3 and a 4, and like to see the whole thing when I record. 2 and a 3 and a 4. Try one more. the one before that was better. So we'll see if that's serviceable. And then we might as well try the full beat at full speed and go from there. And then call it a night, I think. Had a quick drum video I have to track for a student as well. So, and then I'll diagnose the audio problem, see if I can fix what's wrong, guys. All right, this tempo, 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4 and... Now, did I never do this one the right amount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need my glasses. It's tough for me to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need one extra measure. So I probably attempted 71 and fell apart so badly and blocked it out of my memory. Let's try one more. So just no sense of timing. 2. Right, we'll listen back once. And that was not perceived well, or not played well. All right, it's good to know that there's at least one that's full. Sometimes Logic does that. No, that's not what I wanted either. There should be... All right, well, we'll worry about that later. Just no control of the kicks when I'm putting these other things together. All right, but other than audio issues and some playing issues, I feel like it was a good practice. So it does kind of motivate me to do one more. So I'll do this again tomorrow and see if I can get the speeds just a little bit faster. I'll also check the audio, guys, see what the issue is. All right, you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. That's what day it is today. And I will see you all soon. All right, thank you.